This activity is a getting to know you activity, also known as a GTKY, and it involves the students thinking about the town that they live in. What I'll typically do is I'll walk to a feature of the class, say this podium over here, and I'll point to it and say that this is a very popular landmark within the town. For example, Starbucks. And the students will look at the podium and recognize and, understand that that is Starbucks. And then I'll walk to another feature of the class and find another area that's near Starbucks, and I'll point to the feature and do it again, do the same demonstration, and say this is the bank that is next to Starbucks. And then typically what I'll do is I'll gesture around the room and say that the entire room is the town that we live in. So by now the students understand what it is that I'm getting at, and so we proceed with the activity as such. I tell the students to stand up and walk to the place that they live in, their house. And the students will walk to their house. And then once I've seen where every student is living with respect to Starbucks and the bank, I'll then personalize the activity even more and tell the students to walk to the place that they love. And so the students walk to the place that they love. And then once they've walked to the place that they love, sometimes I'll engage the students in just chit chat or casual conversation, and I'll ask each of the students why they love the place that they do. And sometimes if they're feeling really confident or if they have enough vocabulary, they can respond and say that they love a place because it has blah, or they love a place because it is in blah. And I'll kind of acknowledge their response and respond in turn and say, oh, I understand, or, oh, that's a very interesting thought. I never thought of that. And then we'll move on from there. And then I'll change the activity and have the students walk to places that they hate. And so the students will walk to places that they hate. And then I'll slowly increase the kind of specifications as we move along. So after they've walked to the place that they hate and I've asked them why they hate the place that they do, I'll then say, walk to a place that you haven't been to in 2 years. Or walk to a place that you would like to go to in the next 3 years. Or walk to a place that you have been to within the last couple of days. And so this is kind of a good activity to kind of get to know your students, to get them practicing the processing of directions and feedback and learning to just sort of talk casually with your teacher and learning to trust them. So there's a lot of kind of trust buildingness within this activity that is good for the first couple of weeks of your class. I have tried the location activity a couple of times in my class, and it never ceases to amaze me just how creative the students can be when they're thinking of different locations that they would like to be in or that they've been in and that they would like to revisit again, or places that they don't like a lot, or it just could be really insightful and illustrative of kind of the general kind of consensus about different places in your neighborhood. And you could even learn a lot about your neighborhood just by seeing where all of the students are hanging out. So it gives you kind of like a good summary of where people are going and why they're going there, and just what they consider to be fun or just a place that they should be. And it's just kind of a really interesting sociological experiment that you could do on your classes, and to help you get a better sense of who your students are and what your community is like. So I do highly recommend you do this activity if you can with students who are, obviously of proficient English abilities. Obviously, if this is not a language class of any sort, then this will be an easy activity for you to do, just to learn more about your students and to learn about your neighborhood. But if you're teaching a language class, this could also work really well, especially for the students who have been studying the language for a while. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this and staying tuned to the video series. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to speaking with you again in the next episode. So thanks so much. Take it easy. Bye.